I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. New Paltz police say they have the gunman in custody who shot and killed a man early Easter Sunday morning and wounded his girlfriend while they were dancing inside a crowded Main Street bar. During a news conference earlier today, police and Ulster County District Attorney Holly Carnwright announced the arrest of 21-year-old Bashim Bennett of Poughkeepsie on charges of second-degree murder and first-degree assault. They say Bennett is the man who shot and killed 29-year-old Ryan Gray of Poughkeepsie and wounded his 26-year-old girlfriend at Murphy's Bar. She was not identified, but police say she remains in stable condition. Authorities say they believe the shooting was in retaliation to the murder last October in Poughkeepsie of 23-year-old Alvin Halis. Carnwright says Gray was unarmed. Police did not say whether the shooting in New Paltz was gang-related. Bashim Bennett is being held without bail in Ulster County Jail. He was arrested for killing his 13-month-old son back in September of 2012. Today in Orange County Court, 23-year-old Kenneth Canoff of Port Jervis pleaded guilty to a charge of second-degree manslaughter. Canoff had confessed to police during questioning that he smothered his infant son Cameron with a blanket to stop him from crying. Canoff's guilty plea came on the day jury selection was to begin in his murder-manslaughter trial. His attorney had argued that Canoff confessed falsely under the influence of grief, exhaustion, and eagerness to please authority figures. Canoff could have faced 25 years to life in prison if he'd been convicted of murder at trial. Judge Nicholas DeRosa expected to sentence Canoff to a 4 to 12-year prison term when he's returned to court June 11th.
Jobs are so hard to find. There's a lot of competition out there. My biggest problem is that I've been going to school and it's like people have bachelor's and master's degrees and they still can't get a job. And that's very sad.
John Price says he's been out of work for a while now, and today he stopped by the Orange Works office in Middletown to work on his resume. Orange Works is a county and state employment center that helps folks like John try to find jobs. And local Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney got a first-hand report on the region's employment climate during his visit to the Middletown Center today. Maloney is in the middle of a push to restore unemployment insurance benefits for those who've seen their jobless benefits expire.
I don't know of anything that's going on in Congress right now that is as frustrating, and that's saying something. I mean, with all the dysfunction in Washington, you get used to things not happening, but I'll tell you what we're talking about with unemployment insurance is 228,000 New Yorkers who are really out there struggling every day, looking for work, trying to put gas in their car, trying to get that next job, to put a roof over their head, put food on the table. And the last thing we should be doing is trying to balance the budget on the backs of folks who are out there looking for work. We need to help people get jobs in this economy and not making we shouldn't be making life harder for them.
Orange Works serves about 10,000 people a year at their Middletown and Newburgh offices. The Senate has passed a bill that would restore jobless benefits to those who've lost them. That bill has not made it to the House floor. Roughly 270 properties went up for sale earlier today during Ulster County's annual tax sale public auction at SUNY Ulster. The properties put up for bid represented nearly $5 million in unpaid taxes. When compared to last year, that's a 28% increase in the number of tax delinquent properties and a 32% increase in the amount of unpaid taxes. According to Ulster County Comptroller Elliot Auerbach, since 2009, the number of foreclosed properties in Ulster counties more than doubled. Auerbach says besides the alarming trend in the local foreclosure market, he's also concerned that all the freezes and caps on property taxes put in place by lawmakers in Albany won't help those who've already fallen behind. Town of Wallkill police say with the arrest of 21-year-old Darius Serrano of Newburgh, they have apprehended the man responsible for the stabbing of 3 people at Maroney's Cove Clam Bar in Wallkill back on April 13th. Serrano has been charged with 3 counts of first-degree assault and criminal possession of a weapon. One of the victims, David Folk of the town of Wallkill, was sent to Westchester Medical Center for treatment of eye and arm injuries. An employee at the Macys store in the Crystal Run Galleria has been charged with grand larceny in what state police are calling an embezzlement scheme. 27-year-old Karen Keel of Middletown was arrested following an internal investigation by Macys Loss Prevention. Keel is accused of stealing more than $19,000 from Macys beginning in April of 2013 while working as a store associate. She was sent to Orange County Jail on $1,500 bail. When state police responded to a call for a one-car property damage accident on Cherry Hill Road in the town of Marbletown, they found that the driver had fled the scene and abandoned the vehicle. Hours later, Seth Woodbury came to the state police barracks in Ellenville to report that his car had been stolen. According to state police, their investigation determined that the Accord man had been driving the car and gotten into the accident. Woodbury was charged with falsely reporting an incident, providing a false written statement to law enforcement, and leaving the scene of an accident. And more than 100 World War II veterans from here in the Hudson Valley will have a day to remember this Saturday. They'll be flying from Stewart Airport to Washington, D.C., courtesy of the local chapter of Honor Flight, the national organization that continues to provide free trips to the World War II Memorial in our nation's capital. Many of the WW2 vets have never made the trip to the memorial for financial reasons. They are the oldest group of living veterans. More than 1,000 are said to be dying every day. Honor Flight also provides free flights to terminally ill veterans from all wars. This is the 4th Hudson Valley Honor Flight, and with more than 100 honored guests aboard, it'll be the largest one yet. It'll be breezy and chilly tonight, and as for tomorrow, we're expecting a mix of sun and clouds, but it won't warm up all that much. The highs Thursday will be at or near 60 degrees. Friday will be partly cloudy with a chance of a passing shower later in the day. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s. Keep up with what's happening here and elsewhere by starting your day with the Times-Herald Record. And keep clicking here at Record Online to stay on top of breaking news. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.